What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Koala Gardens. Come on into the property with me and down to area 11, where we're going to have a little bit of a look at some climbing shenanigans by Valentine. It's not very often that I'm out there and I actually get to find any of the koalas awake. So when it happens and they're awake and they decide to have a bit of a climb around, it is such a special treat. Look at how much condition he's put on since having that treatment at the hospital last year. So satisfying. Koala Gardens is a wildlife sanctuary where the koalas are wild and free and can come and go from the property. I'm Katrina, and I'm so thankful to every single person who gets behind the work I do and supports me through things like sponsoring the calendar, doing in the loop adoptions, my ever-growing Patreon family, making donations, creating music, and even running fundraisers. It is out of this world. Now, let's have a little look at what Valentine gets up to. It can be really hard to tell what exactly to do when you're out in the bush and you find a koala awake and starting to move. And what I mean by this is it can be really hard to tell what will happen if I move more to the right or to the left to try and get a better view of him, because I might find a whole heap of leaf gets in my way, or it simply makes the koala move up and out of the way even faster. So for the beginning of this, I decided to just hold my breath and start filming and see if I could get a bit of an idea of just what he was going to do. He was certainly not worried about me at this point, but was considering how high up he was going to go in order to get the very tastiest of meals. It's very important to me that I always acknowledge the Widjabul Waiable people of the Bundjalung Nation, on whose land I live, work and play, and I pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. Now, all of my video is available free on YouTube, but if you would like to help what I'm doing here, there's a button below called a Super Thanks button. It's the heart with the $sign in it, and you can give as little as $2 to help me in the work that I do with koalas. If you can't afford to do that, make sure you always like, subscribe and share my videos out. That makes a huge difference too. Now, back to our boy. I've moved my position a little bit and Valentine has gone further up the tree. You can see as I zoom out that he's quite a long way up, and he's in one of the really large forest red gum trees as well. These are very popular and important koala food trees because these are some of the oldest trees on the property and would be over 100 years old. Valentine's having a good look around, and he's doing that decision making that you've seen me show you koalas do before. He's deciding where he wants to go and how he wants to get there. And it's not as easy as it sounds, because you can go quite a way up in a tree and discover that in order to get to where you want to go, you're going to have to travel down and across quite a pathway. So he's looking across, he's looking up, and he's weighing everything up. You can see I've changed the orientation of the camera here, because in order for me to film those little shorts, I have to film them up in this portrait fashion, and it's actually not real easy to hold a decent sized camera in that position. He's moved across the tree now. I actually moved along a little bit again and waited a while, and he decided to make a move. So it's so annoying when that pesky leaf gets in the way. But I always love watching how a koala can just walk so casually up along these big branches. Again, he's weighing up some things about what he wants to do and exactly where he wants to go. But when he starts walking, it just looks so easy, like he's walking on a pavement, not like he's walking along a thin branch 20 metres or more up above the ground. Here he comes, out of the leaf, and along he goes. You can see that he's smelling things as he goes, because koalas do like to do everything by smell. And you see, he has to work out which is the right branch to take each time he makes it to a fork. Don't you love how koalas always go down a branch or a trunk in reverse? I know that some animals like squirrels and quite often the possums will go scampering down head first. Not koalas, no, no, no. Sometimes you just have to keep filming patiently, waiting for them to come out from behind a bunch of leaves again. Never, of course, being exactly sure which way they will end up going. Now I know that I can hardly see him at the moment with the way he's positioned here just in between those branches, but I can tell he's just sizing up, yep, for a jump. And down he goes. And now he's moving along another part of a branch. So, you know, sometimes getting to the leaf you want actually involves a lot of up and down, roundabout, over, across, a few jumps. They can spend a lot of energy just to get that good meal that they need. I just wish there wasn't as much leaf in the way so we could see more of his movements. He's really been quite deliberate too in how he moves. Sometimes when a koala knows a tree really well, they can almost run along the branches. But I've not seen Valentine in this particular tree before, so he doesn't know the branches quite as well. And you know what? You've done it. You have made it to the end of yet another Koala Gardens video. I hope you enjoyed this little peek at Valentine moving around. Would you take a moment to stop and write in the comments below, up, up and away. Thanks for watching. There's lots more great video coming up yet. If you're looking for an actual item to give somebody for a gift or even for yourself, do go and check out my Redbubble shop. There are so many different designs on lots of types of merchandise that you can choose from, and you can give a gift, help koalas at the same time.